About 15 left.
That's an example right there of lack of balance. Alexandrova just lifted her body, got down low. As soon as you lift, the racket lifts, ball sends long.
Pegula didn't get off to a good start in that last service game. Got broken at love. This time she's taking a little more time, a little more clarity here.
Get the feeling Alexandrova wants points to go so quickly, and 3 set points.
Game in first set, Pegula.
So Pegula, second time of asking comfortably as Alexandrova has left the court.
And the DJ has done a great job all week of keeping everybody activated. And this stadium is, I think, one of the best stadiums in women's tennis. The stadium's always been great. It was built when this tournament came here 25 years ago, moved from Hilton Head, South Carolina. This is the 53rd edition of this event, but they needed a permanent stadium, so they came here. And about 5 years ago, the Navarro family put in all sorts of money to improve it. The suites are better. They're top-notch. Players lounge up top. They also have concerts, 26 a year.
This is the 25th year of this event in Charleston. With 53-year tournament history, it's been a phenomenal part of the women's tour. It's the largest women's only pro tennis event in North America as well. And we talk about how much of a player favorite this tournament is.
Yeah, the WTA 500 Tournament of the Year. It's actually 3 years in a row now at this level. And that says a lot because it's the players who vote for it. They love staying in downtown Charleston. Most stay at the Charleston Place. Beautiful, beautiful hotel. And plenty of notable champions in the past.
Including yours truly, Tracy Austin, a 2-time champion here. Among some incredible names of players who have won this event multiple times. It's not easy to do, Tracy. How did you do it?
Well, it was in Hilton Head. I loved the area. It was that homey feeling again. I rented a bike every time I went there, and after the matches at the end of the day, I just kind of rode my bike around. You know, you just need to feel at peace in certain places.
Yeah. And this place is absolutely that vibe. And Alexandrova, she's looking to jumpstart a little bit here. She did get something going at the end of that first set, and you mentioned, Tracy, how important that could be just to establish herself and do a complete reset here to start the second. Players are so used to looking at the mark and erasing it, but it doesn't matter now with electronic line calling.
We have seen players point to marks that to us even look out, and it's in because the clay is moved or Chanda, what that proves to me is how many bad calls do we get over the years? You know,
maybe way more than we realized.
Maybe we won more matches or lost.
It works both ways.
But no more with the chair getting out and the arguments of which mark it is and if it's touching the line or not. It was always so complicated.
And that backhand jamming Pegula. Couldn't quite get away from it.
Let for service.
An excellent serve from Alexandrova to hold,
Game,
get on the front foot in this second set. We have 3 Americans into the Charleston semifinal. First time this has happened since 2003. That was when Serena, Lindsay, and Ashley Harkleroad all made the semifinals.
That's right. You can not surprised about Serena and Lindsay, but nice to see Ashley Harkleroad use that wild card to great effect. She has a young daughter playing tennis now in her teens. So this is an exciting time for women's tennis. We thought Madison Keys might be a semifinalist here. Even Emma Navarro, who's the hometown Royal girl. Emma Navarro lost last night in what I think was the best tennis that we've seen, the highest quality so far. She lost to Anna Samova, 7-5 and 7-6.
15 love.
Yeah, Sophia Kenin coming out of that section where Madison Keys was. Keys lost to Kalinskaya, and Kenin beat Kalinskaya in straight sets. That match against Amanda Anisimova will be after this one.
Pegula.
A little more heft on that serve for Pegula. Pegula had such great success working with David Witt, her coach of 5-6 years. Broke up with him. Decided to add Mark Knowles and Mark Merklin, 2024. Just caught. And Pegula had success, but she was 0-6 in quarterfinals at majors. And I think she was just looking for a new voice, seeing if Mark Knowles could give her that little extra magic. Last year at the US Open, she beat Swiatek in the quarters and broke through that barrier, got to the finals before losing to Sabalenka. That was a big story.
Game Pegula.
Clean hold for Jessie Pegula to start this second set. And it will be the second semifinal of the day after this one. Amanda Anisimova, Sophia Kenin, guaranteeing at least one American in this final. Pegula trying to make it an all-American final.
I love that they're playing each other. Kenin and Anisimova. They played twice at the ITF level. That's like the minor league.
2017. I mean, they were babies.
8 years ago. Incredible.
15 love.
And Alexandrova currently 26 in the rankings, 26 in the live ranking, excuse me, 22 in the live rankings, though, on the strength of the wins she's had this week.
Stretching for that backhand again, just not quite getting the footwork on the backhand correct. A little bit of a wind, your footwork has to be that much more precise.
You see the breeze just inserting itself into the conversation, causing a little havoc. And Alexandrova looking to get back to her career high 15 in the world that she got to in April last season. And it's been a good start to the working relationship with her coach, Igor Andreev. And she talked about Alexandrova, that Andreev has encouraged her to try to use different shots at times, not just always go for the straight pace, the big shots. Pegula having a little question about where the serve landed, but there is no reviewing of marks anymore.
Now, I think we're going to see this all clay court season.
To review the serve.
Yeah. She wants to see it again.
Just to be self-assured, it's not going to change. So this is the first season we're having video review on clay.
Now we need to see the actual mark on the court.
Yeah. Beautifully
right
done
on.
from the defensive position. So Brett Haber the other day was saying the ATP has a video that explains how clay will move and maybe the mark on court doesn't match the video review.
Are you buying that?
I mean, I kind of have to.
Do you?
We have to buy in because otherwise...
We're not playing.
Yeah. So you don't buy it.
AI is a wonderful thing these days.
Yes.
Can make lots of videos. I'm going to keep an open mind, though. I'm going to keep an open mind.
But how many times do we have the chair umpire come down, and what really bothered me...
I don't miss that.
Yeah, was when they looked at the wrong mark.
Yeah.
We could see on TV it was 2 feet in front.
Or an argument about where the actual shape of the mark is, because some marks are difficult to interpret. If it's really close to the line, where they sweep the lines and you can't quite see where the mark ends. So I don't miss those arguments.
That's so wild from a neutral ball in the middle of the court. For Alexandrova to get into the top 10, she's going to have to be more reliable with those shots, not quite so generous. Too much fluctuation between her highs and her lows. I think that's what Andreeva's talking.
Yes.
Andreev is talking about is that was a better angle. So often Alexandrova just hits through the line of the court, and he wants her to use the width a little bit more.
It was nice to hear her talking about that with Steve at the desk, just how she's trying. Hasn't been easy.
Yeah,
but she's working on it.
30 years old, it's not going to be easy to change quickly. But I think it's the right intent.
Advantage Alexandrova.
Keep serving body on the second serve.
In the first set, Alexandrova struggled with her first serve, below 50% of first serves in, and won even fewer percentage of points behind the first serve. This set, at least this start of it, she's doing a better job immediately. And Alexandrova holds to maintain her lead. This has been a better start to the second set for Ekaterina Alexandrova. Proceeding still on serve.
Love 50.
The immediate purpose of a body serve is to try to handcuff your opponent so they can't get a free swing. The macro purpose is that you do that enough and your opponent moves back, which opens up the angles for your serve. So many players, including these two, they like to be pretty close to the baseline, hit the return early so that it gets back on the server very quickly.
Both of these players hitting with
15-30.
tremendous depth and pace. Pegula's pace is a little more unassuming, but she can hit it as big as some of the best out there.
Yeah, she's very comfortable trading ground strokes with anyone.
And challenge for Pegula has been that matchup with Sabalenka, Miami final, where on a hard court, Sabalenka is just blasting about. She hits so big that it's difficult even for Pegula to go toe-to-toe constantly when Sabalenka's at her best.
The power of Sabalenka can be overwhelming. I was talking to Michael Joyce, who's working with Ashlyn Kruger now, but he coached Pegula for 8 years. He said that's the one thing when you hit with Pegula that you notice is just her weight of shot. It seems effortless.
Yes.
Her timing is just so good, Pegula, on both sides, and that allows her to hit a little bigger.
Exactly right, Chanda. It's also the mechanics of Pegula's ground strokes. They're very clean, very repeatable. And then the third is the timing that we talked about, the mechanics, and then her balance. Great combo.
That's too good. Pegula for 2-all. We were talking about ELC, electronic line calling, Tracy, and we've got a clip of the video that's on the ATP site showing how they work out this technology, why it's valuable.
Yeah, the cameras around the court take all of this in, and that's where the dust spreads onto the line, kind of makes the mark not quite as clear. Chanda's giving me a side eye right now.
Does the dust really pop up that much? I have questions still. And we also know there's a slight margin of error for electronic line calling. So where does that come into play on the clay?
I'm not quite sure, Chanda.
Yeah, I mean, I need a video on that, too.
For me, I would like to play with this, though, because I know there were bad calls along the way. We were just talking about the human eye. They're hitting so hard.
Yeah, I think players will get used to it. And overall, I think it is a better way to go.
It's a positive. They feel more sure. That's a nice angle. Just a little bit more feel from Alexandrova there to manipulate the outside of the ball. Reaching again. So the knees go down, but there's no step forward. All of the weight on that backhand was just into the ground. Need that weight transfer.
That's well done from Alexandrova.
40-15.
Pegula still playing so well, not giving Alexandrova much out there.
40-30.
Still very clean in terms of winners to unforced errors. A few more for Pegula in this second set, but Alexandrova has also raised her game.
Pegula threatening.
Smart serve, getting on the outside edge of the ball. And Alexandrova takes a 3-2 lead.
Just enough for Pegula to get a huge backhand, forehand down the line.
And Alexandrova read it perfectly.
She just cut this angle down. Way to move laterally towards the net. She's gonna go body serve again. Wide serve, and of course takes a backhand from the middle of the court instead of the forehand. Alexandrova has 18 unforced on the forehand, 8 on the backhand.
Game, Alexandrova.
So Alexandrova serves her way out of trouble to move back out in front in this third set, has a 2-1 lead. The break in this in this third set. But Alexandrova has struck back a couple of games. That is fantastic effort from both players. Alexandrova on the full stretch trying to defend her position.
Got away with it there. Pegula struggled on second serve points, 36%. Alexandrova of 49%. That's much higher to where you want to be.
That's another ball where Pegula maybe just misjudging the bounce, getting unexpected bounce. You can see the wind, so it's a bit swirly there on court. And it's another challenging game here for Pegula.
I will say it's
30-40.
You're going to get bad bounces on clay. You're going to get worse bounces on grass, but they're going to be on both sides. Can't allow it to seep into the next points.
And the dumped second serve into the net, and it's Alexandrova with the break.
3 games to 1.
A couple of quick misses at the end of that service game. How does Pegula? Remember, Alexandrova won the last meeting in Doha this year after Pegula had won the first set 6-4, and then Alexandrova ran away with it in the second and third, 1-1.
Little gift there. I'm not sure what that was from Pegula, but it was enough of an odd shot that it caused the mistake. Like, this is a real tipping point game here. Alexandrova in her career, sometimes we've seen hard for her to close matches out. She has matured so much in the last couple of years.
Pegula working the halves of the court.
Also working front and back. The slice was at service line, drew Alexandrova in, and then pushed her back on this one. Tip the net.
30-all.
This tip the net, which changed the flight of the ball.
So Pegula with a little bit of a reprieve here. A quick miss from Alexandrova. Can she capitalize?
Oh, two big mistakes. Back on serve.
Yeah, both on the forehand side, and Pegula, she'll take it because she now has things back on serve of the day, and it has been a competitive one. Third set back on serve.
See if Pegula can make the most of that last break. She seemed to be the responding player the last game, but Alexandrova got wild with a forehand down the line going for broke, and then that swinging volley, very errant.
Love 30.
start to this service game for Pegula, where she is behind. The serving, Tracy, has dropped off from Pegula. That last serve, 102 miles per hour. She's progressively dropped in terms of her first serve percentage, and it's the worst in this third set so far.
Yeah, went from the 70s in the first set to 59% now.
And her win percentage behind the first serve. She's lost a lot of her effectiveness. That was just good enough from Pegula to force the miss.
Well, Pegula moved right as Alexandrova was about to hit, and so Alexandrova tried to hit it closer to the lines. Just that slight little movement this disrupts. She's weathering the storm on these deep forehands. And the angle from the center of the court on this drop shot. Very high degree of difficulty.
It tailed away from Alexandrova, and it made that shot more difficult. Interesting reaction. I mean, she's still up 3-2 and has another break point, but not happy. But she's channeled her anger in a positive way and still gets the break for a 4-2 lead.
And 5 breaks of serve out of the 6 games played in this set.
The shots from Pegula have lost just a little bit of steam. Serve and some of her ground strokes. Alexandrova able to take advantage. That's better from Pegula. Taking that one a little earlier.
A little mixture there from Pegula with the loop. I'm very curious to see Alexandrova finishes this game now with the finish line in sight, the finals in sight. It's a big moment.
She's 0 for 2 in clay court semifinals, Alexandrova. And I don't think she'd be thinking about that right now, but it has been difficult for her to get over the finish line on this surface.
15-14.
And the double fault
Pegula.
Gives Pegula another break, and it's another shift as this third set is once again on serve.
Has been under pressure.
15.
She's faced 21 break points. Alexandrova converted on 6. Fended off a lot.
It's an important point there, the miss from Alexandrova to get Pegula even here to start this service game. That's her best chance. It's so difficult when you get down early and you're playing catch up. And a little more aggressive on that service placement.
No doubt about it. Pegula has just had more experience, bigger moments in her career, a couple more titles than Alexandrova. Bigger titles. Will that make a difference?
Alexandrova with 5 titles in her career, including one this season in Linz, but has not won bigger ones.
Led for service.
Pegula's won 3 WTA 1000s, Guadalajara and 2 times in Canada.
T13.
It's the second double fault for Pegula in the match.
Pegula withstanding the depth from Alexandrova.
Pegula, what a great job. Looked like she slowed it down those few points. Wasn't driving through the court, tempting Alexandrova to overhit. And then drop shot into the wind that stopped.
So each player has held once now in this final set.
As soon as I said it 4-2, let's see how Alexandrova closes this out. Whether she feels this moment. She's backed off a bit.
You were onto something there, Tracy. Can Alexandrova pull it back together?
Red second service. It
happens to everybody, where you start to think of the finish line, and we're taught as athletes, just think of the next point we try.
And she's made that backhand return countless times and wanted it desperately there.
Big gust of wind there out of nowhere, and Pegula indicating.
Good recovery here from Alexandrova. Could have easily been love 30 here on her serve. The backhand return miss from Pegula, and Alexandrova trying to take charge.
Nice and early on the return, allowed Pegula to get that sharp angle.
40-30.
Clipping the tape again on a short drop shot angle.
Alexandrova is not a huge fan of that part of the court. That's some place that she can work on. Great slice from Pegula to keep her in the point.
Pegula charging to a break point.
Advantage, Pegula.
Pegula 6 for 13.
Deuce.
Wow, what an angle. That's because she explodes up.
She read it. Alexandrova saw it coming and quickly took off forward.
Game,
Alexandrova, impressive how she finishes that service game and moves ahead 5-4 in this third set. A tightly contested match.
Love 15.
Pegula with her sternest test yet, trying to stay in it on serve.
Pegula has been open about how badly she wants to win this title. Lost in the semis to Bencic a couple years ago. Last year at Kazakhina in the semis. Kick serve doesn't have a lot of pace, but it's a nice hop, and it's started to bother Alexandrova. Mumbling to her coaching box. Pegula goes down the
14-15.
line, so Alexandra goes cross, and it gets into a backhand pattern.
Pegula still not out of the woods yet.
She missed it. That has been the side that has been the Achilles heel for Alexandrova. Great scrambling from Pegula.
5 games on.
Now the hustle paid off. Over 2 hours now of tennis. We are coming down to the final stages of this set.
Love 15.
And the hustle, the scrambling from Pegula, that last point to hold her serve, showing you how much she wants this.
That one, Alexandrova had a little more time to get set up. She had 25 unforced errors off that wing, compared to 15 on the backhand.
Pegula continuing to test the forehand of Alexandrova. She's hit a lot of winners on that side, but she's also had a lot of unforced errors. And she's now at a
tremendous depth there from Pegula to push Alexandrova, about 8 feet behind the baseline. Big moment.
Advantage, Alexandrova.
She's hit some big shots on the forehand, Alexandrova. She's had a negative differential, -5 winners to unforced errors, but she's coming up still with some good licks. Another game point.
Whoa, that wasn't in by much.
Yes.
So from 1540 down, back and forth we go.
Alexandrova.
Alexandrova against the wind, so that pass looked like it was going to go long. These are very tough conditions to play in now for both. These gusts of wind, not a steady breeze. At the nerves, it's a lot.
Advantage Pegula.
Listen to the crowd as Pegula charges ahead with the break and a 6-5 lead. She'll serve for the match.
Just absolutely spinning that first serve in. That was 68 miles per hour.
.30-15.
Jessie Pegula has worked hard for this moment, getting to match point.
.40-30. Match. Pegula. 2-1, 6-2, 2-6, 7-5.
Jessica Pegula is into her 4th final of the season. And how sweet